And now, your first Alert 5 weather.
Things are relatively quiet here in southeastern Colorado, but we do have a couple of hot spots when it comes to some of those thunderstorms. We're going to start off in the southern Sangres today, where we're watching these thunderstorms. Very slow movement. Now, this is over about the last hour or so, I should say, just checking the clock there. Yeah, this is the last 60 minutes. And you notice what's happening here. Here's West Cliff, here's Cotopaxi, the northern part of your screen. These thunderstorms, they have very little relative movement to them. So what happens is when you get a lot of development here really quickly, a lot of heavy lightning and also heavy downpours. So I'm anticipating some flash flooding here over the next couple of hours as we're going to look for these thunderstorms to continue to develop. As we head up north towards Woodland Park, Cripple Creek, Lake George, this is Teller County here. We have a couple of thunderstorms out west. And then as we look towards central El Paso County, here's Colorado Springs on the left-hand side of your screen. Had a pretty good thunderstorm here out on the plains. It did not go severe, but again, because there isn't any real movement to the atmosphere, this storm pretty much sat on top of itself, rained itself out, and as a result, we have some flood advisory there until 5:45, where we had anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain just to the southeast of the Falcon area here in central El Paso County. Right now, we're looking at 81 degrees in Colorado Springs, and you can see what's left of that thunderstorm here in the background with a little bit of an ominous looking sky to it. Winds are a little strong out of the northeast at 22, also a little strong down south in Pueblo, where the current temperature is 92, but much drier air where it's only 32% humidity at this hour. Elsewhere around the region at this time, it's 90s out on the eastern plains in the lower Arkansas River Valley, 86 for Lyman, 79 for Monument, 70 Woodland Park, 88 in Walsenburg, and some 70s for the San Luis Valley, where they're still having a lot of cloud cover as well as that thunderstorm development. You notice I-25 out east towards the Kansas border, nothing's going on. It's all in the mountains at this point, but as it develops, there's no real motion to it. Kind of rains itself out, and that's the area that we're going to be focusing in on. But it's also being driven here by an area of high pressure. And when we zoom out here, you can see a little bit of that movement. If you look all the way east towards Wichita and Kansas, Oklahoma, you can see the showers and storms moving from north to south. Now you move over towards the Rocky Mountains, towards Albuquerque and Colorado Springs, you notice they move from south to north. So what that means in between is we have an area of high pressure. And when we take a look at it here on the water vapor, you can really make this out. Not hard here at all, but look at the clockwise rotation here. And because we have so much of an area here when it comes to all of this moisture, it's really going to be raining itself out over the next couple of days. So we're going to recycle this rainfall each and every day. It's going to develop into showers and storms, rain itself out, fall to the ground, and then the next day, convective activity will start it up once again. So as we head into the overnight hours, maybe a couple of stray showers out here on the far eastern plains, eastern Palmer Divide area just south of Lyman. Not counting a whole lot on that, but notice the rest of southeastern Colorado, again, fairly quiet. We're going to keep the thunderstorms to the mountain areas as we head towards the overnight hours. But again, here we are in West Cliff around 9 o'clock this evening, 11 o'clock. Look how these thunderstorms really start to develop in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Eventually, by about 1 or 2 a.m., it'll rain itself out. A lot of cloud cover and a lot of moisture left over. And as we head towards Sunday afternoon, once again, another round in the higher elevations for showers and storms to develop, but this time they're going to have a little bit more momentum to them, and it's not going to be a late afternoon, but more of an early evening event for us as these thunderstorms start to make their way out onto the I-25 corridor and eventually the eastern plains by tomorrow night. So here's your 7-day forecast. Notice the temperatures. There's not really a huge swing here over the next couple of days, and that's because, again, this area of high pressure is over top of us. It's recycling the water just about every single day. Again, it rains itself out, and then the next morning, the convective activity develops. Thunderstorms rain themselves out, and we repeat the process day in and day out. Pueblo, you're going to be looking for a high of 94 for tomorrow afternoon, 93 on Monday, and we have some pretty good chances for rain on both Sunday and Monday over the next 2 days as the high pressure starts to meander just a little bit and give those storms a bit more momentum moving out onto the I-25 corridor. Canyon City, as you head back into the mountains, as well as Woodland Park, we're going to keep the thunderstorm chances a little bit stronger than we will for I-25 in the eastern plains. And in fact, the eastern plains I don't think is going to see any rain as we head towards tomorrow afternoon. Very warm temperature.